Eastern Naga Students Federation Canberra School Education Department Canberra Rationalization Order or Agitation Kuritado Intensify Kurbo Koikina Press Conference Day Janashe. ENSG Bra Gushi Department Laga Policy do Eastern Nagaland Laga Schools or teachers can abor unfairly impact Kurishe. Ensf leaders can to Sunday press conference taga homoy kushe agitation do shuru kurina 4 din de jayase aro ahya din de upay na thagile government office or schools can be bon kurbo aro government kari kan gipi birawle restrict kurle katam uthabo koina janashe Federation Goshe Longleng, Mon, Twinsang, Shamador, Noklag, or Gipri Nishna Jagade, 180 teachers of work transfer Korea Nimite Bishi Duk Samna Korea Di Baishe. Ito port again par Sorkar ge Mangrina, Sorkar bra ignore hi Kurishe Koagina, Ilzam Lagaishe. Federation Goshe Idu Andolan Kuritado, sub transfer teachers can give up as redeploy Nakuria Tak, Julie Tagibo Koina Chanashe. Ebido Por reports.
Initially, when the rationalization order was out in the month of February 2025, my federating units first vented out their disagreement before the government of Nagaland, specifically this Department of School Education, that their schools under my region has been severely affected because of the rationalization. However, despite of the repeated representations of the representations submitted to the department and the government turned deaf ear to their pleas. However, when the situation excavated, the state government had to take a call to keep the order in abeyance. Thereby, we thought the state government's decision to keep the order in abeyance will bring out with a very properly streamlined rationalization order. However, to our very disappointment, when the next rationalization order was out in the month of August 2025, on 22nd, the order had hardly few changes, but the effects that inflicted on the schools were very adverse. In this connection, the Eastern Naga Students Federation took the burden of this federating units, the Changvetoshe Sachang, the Konyak Students Union, the Kemnungan Students Union, the Eastern Nagaland Sumi Students Union, the Yimkyong Akira Are Ago, the United Sangdam Students Conference, and the POM Students Conference. We took the burden of the federating units and we wrote a representation on 26th of August 2025 addressed to the Principal Director of School Education, expressing our disappointment and dissatisfaction in the rationalization order. Also appealing the department concerned that proper teachers, wherever there are shortages, be posted. Especially when it comes to these type of orders, Eastern Nagaland is always at the receiving end. And this is not the first time the Eastern Nagaland is being victimized. Reason is known to the department concerned and the state government. So we submitted a representation in this regard, and thereafter we thought the department at least would give us a call and then sit over it and then discuss the matter and then solve some issues in this regard. However, very disappointed, we didn't receive any invitation. So we were compelled to write an ultimatum on 3rd of September 2025. In that accordance, we again expected the state government or the department concerned at least to give us a call as to why and how it should be settled. However, very disappointed, they did not pay any heed to our ultimatum also. Therefore, we are compelled to come to the streets or lock the offices of the concerned department to show our resentment that this is not justified and this injustice cannot be meted out in a continuous process as if it is in a planned manner. So These are the reasons why we are going for this agitation. Today we have ended 4th day of the agitation, and if the government or this department concerned continues to stay adamant to the call and the ultimatum of the Federation and my federating units, I will be put in a position to ignite, intensify my agitation, our agitation. And it has to be mentioned that the Ensf will not be held accountable or responsible for any untoward that may happen out of the agitation. Because, as said, Eastern Nagaland has always been on a receiving end when it comes to such injustice treatments.